in the South Sea, upon Mount Padalaka, the great and compassionate Guanyin Bodhisattva had been invited by the Queen Mother to attend the celestial peach banquet. Accompanied by her disciple Huiyan, she ascended to the Jasper Pool Pavilion, expecting music and laughter, golden cups, and dancing fairies. Instead, she found the grand hall deserted, the banquet tables overturned, remnants of celestial dishes scattered across the marble floors in dismal disarray. A handful of heavenly immortals lingered in the hall, speaking in agitated voices, none of them seated. When Guanyin approached, they bowed and recounted everything. How a monkey demon had wreaked havoc upon the banquet, scattered the guests, and stolen the immortal peaches and elixir. Guanyin listened with serene concern, then spoke. "Since the feast is ruined and no cups are passed, you should come with me to see the Jade Emperor." The immortals agreed readily, and Guanyin led them through the celestial gates toward the Hall of Universal Illumination. At the entrance stood the 4 heavenly masters and the barefoot immortal, their faces heavy with worry. They greeted Guanyin and explained that the Jade Emperor was deeply troubled, having dispatched heavenly armies to capture a rogue monster below, with no word of victory or defeat returning yet. Guanyin nodded calmly and requested an audience. The heavenly master Qiu Hongji entered the Lingxiao treasure hall to announce her arrival, and Guanyin was ushered in. Inside, the Jade Emperor sat upon his throne, the Grand Supreme Elder Laozi beside him, and the Queen Mother behind. Guanyin bowed to each in turn, then took her seat among them. The air in the hall was thick with unease, the weight of an unresolved crisis pressing upon every celestial face in the room. Guanyin asked gently, "What has become of the peach banquet?" The Jade Emperor sighed heavily. "Each year the feast brings joy, but this year a demon monkey has laid it waste." He explained that the creature was born from a stone egg on the mountain of flowers and fruit in the eastern Victory continent. At birth, golden light had shot from its eyes to pierce the very halls of heaven, yet they had thought little of it then. The Jade Emperor continued. The monkey had grown in power, subduing dragons and taming tigers, even crossing his own name from the registers of death. When the Dragon King and the King of Hell petitioned for justice, the Emperor had chosen mercy. Following the advice of the planet Venus, he had invited the monkey to heaven and granted him a modest post, keeper of the imperial stables, a title known as Baimoan. But the monkey despised the lowly rank and rebelled against the heavenly palace. The Emperor had sent Li Tianwang and Prince Neza to subdue him, then offered a pardon, summoning him back to heaven with a grander title, Great Sage Equal to Heaven. It was an empty honor, carrying no salary and no real authority. With nothing to govern, the monkey wandered idly through the celestial realms, amusing himself however he pleased. Fearing further trouble, the Jade Emperor had assigned the monkey to oversee the immortal peach garden. But the creature ignored every law of heaven. He ate the finest peaches from the oldest trees, gorging himself on the fruits meant for the banquet. When the great feast was finally prepared, the monkey was not invited, for he held no official rank with a salary. This slight would prove catastrophic for all of heaven. Enraged at being excluded, the monkey devised a cunning scheme. He tricked the barefoot immortal into believing the banquet had been relocated, then transformed himself into the immortal's likeness and slipped inside. He devoured every celestial dish, drained every immortal wine, and then broke into Laozi's alchemy chamber and swallowed the elixir of immortality. Laden with stolen wine and pills, he fled back to his mountain to share the spoils with his monkey subjects. The Jade Emperor's voice grew heavy with frustration. "I summoned 100,000 heavenly soldiers and cast a net of heaven and earth around that mountain. Yet a full day has passed with no report of victory or defeat. I know not whether they have triumphed or failed." The hall fell silent. Guanyin absorbed the full weight of the crisis, her compassionate eyes reflecting both concern and quiet resolve. Something had to be done. Guanyin turned to her disciple Huiyin and spoke with calm authority. Descend from the heavenly palace at once. Go to the mountain of flowers and fruit and discover how the battle fares. If you encounter the enemy in combat, lend your strength and aid the heavenly forces. Then return with a truthful report. Huiyin bowed deeply, accepting the command with quiet determination. The stage was set for his descent into the fray below. Huiyin straightened his robes, gripped his iron staff, and soared from the celestial gates on a pillar of cloud. He flew swiftly through the heavens until the mountain of flowers and fruit appeared below, encircled by a vast net of heavenly soldiers. Watchtowers and encampments ringed the mountain in layer upon layer, guards shouting their patrols, the siege so tight that not a drop of water could pass through. War had come to the monkey's home. Huiyin halted at the perimeter and called to the sentries. I am Muza, second son of Li Tianwang, disciple of Guanyin. I come to scout the battlefield. The message passed inward through the ranks of the 5 sacred mountain guards, relayed by celestial officers until it reached the central command tent. Li Tianwang raised his command flag and ordered the net opened. As dawn broke over the eastern peaks, Huiyin strode inside and bowed before his father. Li Tianwang regarded his son with weary eyes. Yesterday we established camp and sent the 9 planetary star lords to challenge the monkey. He unleashed such supernatural power that all 9 fled in defeat. Then we led the full army ourselves, 100,000 strong, and battled him until nightfall. He used a spell of division to multiply himself and drove us back. When we regrouped, we had captured only wild beasts. Not a single demon monkey died. Before Li Tianwang could finish, a shout erupted from beyond the gates. The great sage had emerged with his monkey army, howling for battle. The 4 heavenly kings and Li Tianwang debated deploying troops, but Huiyin stepped forward. Father, the Bodhisattva told me to aid the fight if I found one. Let me go and see what manner of creature this great sage truly is. Li Tianwang studied his son and nodded slowly, caution in his gaze. The young warrior gripped his iron staff with both hands, tightened the sash of his embroidered robe, and leapt through the gates. He called out across the battlefield, Who among you is the great sage equal to heaven? From the monkey ranks, son Wukong stepped forward, his iron staff gleaming, golden eyes blazing. Old son is